Well, our water company had sent me a text saying it looked like we had a leak, and I had walked down the road because our water line goes down the road somewhere around here, and I never saw a leak. But 2 weeks later, or a week and a half later, I found the leak. And I know you can't tell really well, but that's where the water's coming out of, is this hole right in the center. You all see that right there? Mm-hmm. Right there, you can see water flowing a little bit right in that area. Anyway, it's flooded this whole area over to here and there, and it's working its way down. And I don't know exactly the diameter of PVC that's running under there, so we're going to go turn off the water and dig up the break area and find out. So here's the public road, and here under the black container cover is the water meter. The white pipe goes over to an outlet over by the RV to supply it with water. All right, so we will open this up. We want to be careful because a snake could, somehow get into this hole and not get out. And we'll just pull this up. No snake. We'll go down here and take a look. And it's saying 7 gallons per minute flow. And nobody's up at the house using anything. There's 0.8. So we're going to turn off the water. And we should see that go down to 0. There's 0.5. It's probably the pressure that's flowing through. There it is, 0.0 gallons per minute. No water flowing through. Okay. So now that the water is off, we can go dig up that leak and find out what diameter PVC we need and go down to the store and get it with some glue, and then we'll insert a new section in there and come back down here and turn the water on nice and slow and see if there's any leaks. All right? Mm-hmm. All right. Sounds like a plan. I see air bubbles coming up from the middle. Well, half the battle, well, I don't know, half, maybe a fourth of the battle is done. we have found the pipe. And it's about 2 feet down. And I don't see any visible crack on it right now. But I've got to dig it out further that way and on both sides to expose a lot of it so it's hanging in the air, so that when we turn on the water we can see where the crack is coming from, especially if it's like a hairline crack. Well, I think I know where the leak is. Right there at the base of that joint. So I just need to clear out around the brake area as much as I can and clean it off and put a little junction thing in there. So it's the next day and I'm ready to proceed with repairing this brake. And I watched a great video that gave a new way of doing this that I hadn't thought of. When I had a break in this line before, people came out and they put 4 90-degree elbows, one there, coming down here with a piece of PVC to another elbow, another piece of PVC to an elbow, and another piece of PVC up to that elbow. So they created like a little U-joint thing. That's a lot of extra pieces and a lot more places for it to fail. So what this guy showed me what this guy showed on YouTube is you cut a piece of PVC to fit into that space. Then you take a coupler and you take, what I did was I tried a Dremel tool with a smoothing stone, a grit stone that's round, and I took out the little stop that's inside. You can see like there is no stop there. And then I made sure that my fit was good, that it would go inside the the PVC that I need all the way. This isn't not working right now because I'm not twisting it since I got the phone in the other hand, but you have to trust me that this coupler will go all the way around and all the way through on this pipe. So what you do is you take a regular coupler, you glue it onto that end and give it a chance to set. Then, so it's going to look like that, but on that pipe there. Then you glue this piece into it, and this end should marry up with that end there. Okay? Then you pull up on that end and push down on that end a little bit, and you slide the collar without the middle stop, after of course putting your PVC primer or cleaner and glue all around this end and around that end. You pull up, you slide on the coupler really fast, and then you bring it back so that the coupler is now sitting halfway over this end and that end. It's got to be done quickly. The hole didn't dry out as much as I wish it had, so I'm gonna get a little muddy, I think. But all I need was one piece of PVC and 2 couplers instead of 1, 2, 3 pieces of PVC and 4 elbows. So I'm hoping this does the trick. So, like I explained, we're going to clean off this end really nicely. And primer all inside here as well. And then we'll glue both. Not sure why this glue is so thick, but it could be because of the low temperatures last night. I left it out. All right, we're gonna glue that on there until it hits the stop. Okay. And we'll let that set up before we move on to the next step. So now we will continue on. Put primer on the inside. Primer on the outside. And then glue. All around on the inside and the outside. And we'll put it in here with a twist until it hits the stop. I guess it's that tiny little stop that's in there that's got these just a little bit too long. So let's see if this will go down. No. All right. So I'm going to have to shave off a little bit on one of these pipes, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so the plan is to put primer inside the coupler and these two ends, and then I'm going to put glue inside the coupler and glue all around both ends. I'm going to slide the coupler up here and then bring it back halfway. And to make sure I put it halfway, I think I've got a pin here.
Yeah, pin's right there too.
Make sure it's halfway. I'm gonna measure it and put a mark. Put a mark that this is where the coupler needs to come down to. It's not wanting to write. There it goes. Okay. It's still dripping water from the house for some reason. Hope that doesn't mess up my glue, but I don't think it will. All right. So, primer really nice all around the insides. And again, this is a coupler where I took out the stop ring inside. So it's more of a sleeve now. And we will clean off all around here. And I'm gonna make sure not to cover up my pen mark as to where this comes onto. It's about the same width as the die of the primer. All right, so now comes the really fast part. Putting glue inside the coupler, sliding it up until it's past the end. Put these two ends together and then slide it back down before anything sets. So, glue first on the coupler. glue all around the pipes. All right, here's the fast part. All the way down past, marry up the pipes, bring it there we go. I think this comes up just a little bit more right there. All right. Get the glue off of me. Now we will let this have time to cure. I don't know, a couple hours at least. And I believe it's lunchtime.
Mm-hmm.
So we will go have lunch. We'll do some chores around the house. After a couple of hours, we'll test the water line for any leaks. Okay, here comes the moment of truth. We opened up the faucets in the house, and so there wouldn't be a big buildup of pressure. And Brian is down below, and he is turning on the water. I don't hear anything. There's Torty, our feral cat. Don't get down in there, Torty. I don't see any water dripping. Rebecca, can you run up to the house and start closing off the faucets? Wait. Okay, run up to the house and start closing the faucets. Okay?
Okay.
Run. Go, run.
It looks like it's holding.
Okay, I heard the door shut, so I'm resuming the recording, and Rebecca should be going from room to room, turning off the faucets, which will increase the pressure on this repair job that we did, because the water has no place to go now. In the video, it looks like there's a curve to the pipe, and I don't think that there is, but there could be. But I see no water dripping. That is a good thing. Alright, I know it's kind of boring just to watch this video go, so I'm going to pause it here for a minute until we get confirmation from her that all the faucets are off. Okay, just got confirmation that they are all off and are no leaks. So that is wonderful, wonderful news. Alright, so that's the job then. Now all we have to do is fill the hole back in and support, tap down the dirt really good underneath the pipe, so that when we put all the dirt back on top of the pipe, it doesn't push down and make another crack, another leak. So we will do that and build it up underneath, and help support it somehow. Maybe put some flat stones under it or something. All right. So that's another way you can fix a leak in a straight pipe instead of creating a roundabout U-joint and retarding the flow of the water. It's just straight on through there, just grinding out the stop ring inside one of these couplers and just put it on straight. All right. I hope this helps somebody.